Hello. Can you
Hi
hear
guys.
us? Can everybody hear us?
Hello.
Wh-
Oh,
Which?
Christ. Suddenly I can hear us.
Oh,
Right.
yay! Hey, Anita. It's lovely seeing so many people here. It's also slightly scary. Karen. So Katie's in Germany. Where's everybody else? Phoebe.
Ooh.
Is Phoebe in Canada? Phoebe, I can't remember. I've got terrible memory for. I have to work really hard to remember names. And oh, baby's there. Hello. New York.
Hi everyone.
Yes, Phoebe's in
Emily feels
Canada.
like
I
she's met
remembered.
Zoe before, not sure where. You should stay away from that, Zoe. She's a troublemaker.
Ah. So is anybody else? Somebody else said they were in their PJs.
Yeah.
Who was it? Someone else said. I'm scrolling back now. Jackie. Well, it's a Saturday night in, so North
Yeah.
Yorkshire. Lovely.
And Jackie's ill, right? So PJs is the right way to go.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't know Jackie was poorly. Yeah, we were watching Zoe's live stream the other day, weren't we? Yep, I've got my sketchbook ready. I've got my paints. I'm hoping Dawn might be able to come. She might be working. She works as a nurse, so uh, it depends what shift she's on.
Yeah. Emily was showing off her sloth pajamas the other day.
Oh yeah, yeah. Mine are floral. They're my respectable pajamas. I've got a dressing gown as well, but that's coming off because I'm getting hot and flustered now. Swear stream. Oh no, don't say it. I have also got a G&T because it is a Saturday night, so
Yeah, the
I thought
second half of the stream will end up sweary as
it
the
might
G&T
it might
disappears.
deteriorate as time goes on. Right, okay, I think we can show our faces now, do you reckon?
I mean,
Let's see if I
I
can
don't know
manage to
what they've
work out
done to
how to do
deserve that.
it.
You're
Okay,
not going to do the exciting thing?
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah.
I worked the buttons.
Well done. Very proud.
Tom's actually not here with me in person.
Yes, it may look like it's impact her head, but
Yes,
it's
I
all a
am.
green screen
I am
effect.
stripping already. Sorry, because I'm all hot and flustered now.
Yeah.
It's like I'm going to sit here and do this live on stream. It seemed like a good idea to say that at the time, and now it's like, oh, can I really do that? I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Yeah.
No
Everyone here is
pressure.
going to judge you very, very harshly, I'm sure.
Everyone here is lovely. I know
Yeah.
they won't. Yeah, I was just sort of interrupting myself. What I was going to say was that I'm going to be using these paints that Dawn gave me. So I'm hoping Dawn will be able to join us to see how we get on. But she made these paints herself. And apparently one of the ingredients in them, here's one, I'll hold two of them up. I can't hold up the Prussian blue because it's broken. So I've
No.
got burnt sienna, golden ochre, and a Prussian blue. They're lovely. Haven't played with them a lot, and I'm limiting myself to them. But Dawn makes them, and she uses organic honey from Belize, where she lives, to make it. So yeah, I don't know anything else about how it's made. What's everybody else up to? So Emily said she got a sketchbook out. Am I shouting, Tom? I always shout when
Usually, yeah.
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 So
I'm
I'm
just
gonna
used
try.
to it by now.
It's partly because I've got.
Always
Can you
keeping
hear
it
me?
wet.
If I speak at that level, you can hear me. Can you? I'll try and keep it down.
You can speak louder than that.
We might end up hearing John snoring later on in the background, so apologise for that in advance.
Yeah.
That'll probably hold off for about half an hour, yeah.
Yeah. Those of you who live in England might feel the vibrations, just depending how close you are.
He might not. He might stay up and watch the live. I don't know as I'm doing it, but I think he's gone to bed.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
you don't have super chats on?
Oh, I don't know how to do that,
Disappointing.
Emily. Thank you all the same. That's a nice thought, but I've no idea how you do that. Do you have
No,
to
not
be? Do you have to be monetized to do that? Because I'm not.
seem likely since it does involve receiving money.
Yeah, I ought to look into it.
Yeah.
Jackie's sewing. I've been sewing this afternoon. I've got a special project on. It's a bit secret at the moment. Yes, you do. Yeah, yeah. I
Excellent.
must look into that.
Yeah. Might as well settle the monetization. They're going to show ads on your videos.
Yeah, I
anyway,
noticed the other
you
day.
might as well get
I was
some.
watching them back on my iPad, so of course I'm incognito on there because I can't sign in on it. It's too old, and it showed about 3 blooming adverts through my
Yeah.
video. I thought, blimey, they're getting paid for it, aren't they? So
Yeah, you might as well get your 0.2% or whatever they give you.
yeah, yeah.
Where's your penny for the last year of videos?
You don't have to do anything, Phoebe. If the urge takes you, you can. If it doesn't, it doesn't matter. Knowing me, I'll end up doing bugger all anyway.
Yes, you set yourself 2 hours, so you
Yeah.
might start.
It's actually time, so I think I might go to the desk and sort of start now.
Yeah.
Having the art journal open is a really good start. Is it easy to set up, Emily? I might have a look at it. Maybe I'll make that a... Hey, Leslie!
Yeah.
I'll make that a goal for 2023. Might as well. Doesn't
Yeah,
make
why
any
not?
difference to anybody. Oh.
I think after 1,000 you can beat, but you have to set it up and give them your tax details or whatever, I expect. But
Yeah, you have to kind of okay it. And at the moment, I've sort of avoided it. That was the stall on the floor.
sure it was.
Not what you're all thinking.
I can smell it from here.
And I just noticed just before I went on, just before I came in just now, I had just gone over the 2.3. Okay, just tipped over. So yeah, so that's really nice, exciting. Do you think I should make a start? Yes, make a start.
That is excellent, Emily.
What is that? Oh, ha, ha, ha.
If only there were a dead bird emoji. Yeah.
I'm going to put my G&T
A
over
wilting
here.
flower, maybe.
Otherwise, I know what will happen. I will end up dipping my paintbrush in it. And in fact, same with my water. Let's put that there.
Yeah, you did nearly drink your water earlier when we were setting stuff up.
My paint water.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know. Right, so I've deliberately, I don't like working small usually, but I've gone for small because of the time. I'm going to do at least 2, possibly 3, but that's not because I'm showing off doing more than one picture. It's because I can leave one drying while I work on another one. I think they had this paper in a schooler once. 300 GSM, it feels really heavy, watercolour paper, and it's a really smooth one, which I quite like. I know a lot of people don't, but I quite like it. So I'm going to use that. I'll start with
I was
2.
drawing SpongeBob.
Yay!
Always fun.
Oh yeah, where's Johnny?
Yeah, Johnny.
Are you doing SpongeBob from memory, Emily, or have you got a reference? I know I was watching your sketchbook tour earlier on, and you were talking about drawing more from memory and stuff, and I thought, I wonder if she even does SpongeBob from memory. I couldn't.
One of the things I liked about SpongeBob is they had, I don't know if it was some of the same artists
Things
working on it or
down
something, but there was a lot of Ren and Stimpy style stuff.
Yes, it was
You know,
that
they cut
same.
away to the suddenly realistic drawing.
Yeah,
well, different style.
I used to love
They
that Ren
do
and
that in
Stimpy.
SpongeBob as well.
We started seeing that when you were still quite young, didn't we? And I remember thinking at the time,
Yeah.
blimey, this isn't really for kids, because what am I doing this for? Like I'm an artist or something. Right, okay.
You used to that thing where people twirl the thing around on their
Yeah, just
hand.
like a majorette or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the couch with the dog.
Nice.
Right, let's see if I can. Do you know, I've had a real problem refilling my mechanical pencils. And the one that I really loved, this one. Oh, oops.
Excellent.
I can't manage to refill it at all. I just can't get the... Really annoying. I think I've got this one now. I'm going
Are
to
you
do one...
just doing it wrong?
Probably, yeah. I'll get you to have a look when you're over tomorrow.
Yeah, it's probably something obvious.
Yeah, that's what Saturday night should be. But I do not want to go
Yeah.
out on Saturday nights in loud, noisy places getting drunk anymore.
No.
Much happier staying at home quietly getting drunk.
I mean, you never particularly enjoyed.
Loud, no, I didn't really.
And now that you're very,
No.
very old.
Right, I'm not having a reference. I'm just doing a made up face. So all I'm allowed to use is my HB pencil, my black watercolour pencil, these 3 colours, obviously brushes, possibly only one brush, and a rubber. I might need putty rubber as well. And I might need a sharpener. This one I pinched from Tom. Actually, that won't work for this. I might use, it might be right on the big one. Yeah.
Yeah, she broke her own sharpener.
Yeah, you were going to take that apart and look at it for me. My lovely...
I did take it apart and look at it.
It didn't help, did it?
No. Didn't have the tools with me.
What time is it there, Barbara?
3 p.m. by the sound of it.
3 p.m. Right, okay.
1500, if you will.
Let's do a really... Let's make it easy. Let's just do a really boring face. Just straight on, straight on. This might end up being a bit of a workup for one of my Alice pieces. In case anybody... I think everybody here will probably have heard about it by now, but we're doing another Inspired by collab. And it's inspired by Alice this time. So...
there may even be an entry from me. Who knows?
Yeah, that would be... You threatened that last time.
I did, and I couldn't be bothered, so I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I'm a very lazy man.
Yeah, you can do it. You like to show off every so often and annoy me by doing it.
Well...
And then telling me how easy it is.
Only because painting's easy. Problem with last time was I was trying to do something that wasn't easy.
Yeah, you made it too complicated for yourself and you didn't finish it. I forgot my... Oh, forests last time. This one, it's such a massive scope. I seriously, I say this every time, but this time more so.
Yes, does allow for a lot of freedom.
Yeah. I thought I would get the book out and read it, and then I thought, well, no, I'll find a book I can listen to or a film I can watch or something on YouTube or Netflix or Prime, and none of them have got something I can watch free. So, the only book reading I could get was a really childish, annoyingly read version, which it's just going to annoy me. So yeah, I might have to. Maybe I'll get John to read it to me. Yeah. It's one of those books it's nice to have read. I'd like it in the voice of like Stephen Fry or something like that, probably.
Yeah, something.
Pepper Cloud.
Possum Patty's popped in as well.
Hey, Patty. I missed you. Oh, yeah, there she is. Possum Patty always sends bubbles.
Yeah.
Right. The trouble is, I will probably get all absorbed in this and forget to speak or look.
Yes, I'll try and keep an eye on chat. Yeah. If we don't see your messages, it's just because we don't value you as people. No.
Don't listen to anything he says.
So we apologise in advance.
Yeah, that's what he meant. Yeah. This is going to be like a really, really boring face, this is. The main object of this is to have a play with these paints and to see what I can do with a really limited... But I did just think I'm going to need a bit of darkness there, which is why I brought this in. What? And I nearly went with an Inktense pencil, but then once you've wetted that, it's permanent, isn't it? So I thought I'll go for a watercolour pencil. Right, okay. I would normally have done this by now. I'm fussing and faffing because, well, it's different when you've got people watching you.
Well, to me, it looks impressive because I've done that very quickly.
Oh, is it? Did I?
Yeah.
I go quickly, so I have to do this. See, oh, yeah, I haven't got that as symmetrical as I thought. Not that anybody's face is truly symmetrical, really.
Well, quite.
Mine certainly isn't.
Phoebe thinks it's a beautiful face.
Oh, thank you. I'm thinking it could be a bit of a work up towards one of my Alice pieces.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've been reading all about Alice. Well, I kind of knew some of the history anyway, but she's a funny looking little thing, the real Alice Liddell.
Yeah.
Very serious looking, and although they were all serious in photos, I know, but don't look at all like the Alice we know.
It was a more serious thing back then, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Took longer, it was more expensive, and therefore
was taken seriously.
Have time to just let's do a silly one first. No.
Yeah. And without getting into stuff that I don't want to get into on a live stream, really, some of the pictures he took of her are a little bit, I'm not sure about that. Yeah.
Oh, Tamara's in here. Hello
there.
Hey,
Tamara. Oh, hi, Tamara. No, that's Tamara who, can you remember when I did those skulls, those like quirky looking skulls? That's Tamara who... Tamara, I'm sorry if I say your name wrong. Sagathevan. Is that right? Anyway, she was doing one of the taster lessons in Kaleidoscope, I think it was, and in the taster sessions, and I just loved those skulls.
Okay. Apparently that was perfect.
Yes. Funny enough, we lived in Cornwall for years. This is my son Tom, everybody, in case anybody doesn't already know Tom. He's actually over at his house and we're doing all this remotely, which is a bit like wizardry. And I've lost my thread. Yeah, we lived in Cornwall for years, and there's a name in Cornwall which is very common, Tregavethan. So it almost sounds it's got kind of a similar. So that's how I remembered it. It sounds a bit like Tregavethan, but it's Sagathevan. Yeah. Anyway, yes. Is it Ruskia Art? Yeah, Ruskia Art. Check out Tamara's channel. And Zoe's and Emily's. Who else on here? There's a lot of people on. This is why it's quite daunting. All these good artists on here watching me do this. But I'm playing with Dawn's paints.
It's funny, all these proper artists seem to think that you're doing fairly okay. So.
That's because they're lovely peoples.
Yeah, true. Must be it. Emily clearly has no taste because it's her dream to live in Cornwall.
Really?
And Cornwall's a hole, so...
It isn't a hole. There's lots of lovely things about Cornwall.
It's a lovely place to visit.
It's a hard place to live in lots of ways. Yeah, it's if you don't drive, which none of us do, you don't get to see all the beautiful places.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the kind of indigenous industries, for want of a better phrase,
since
have
the tin
died
mining
out.
stopped,
tin mining,
it's just
tourism.
Really.
Tourism or the NHS. I went NHS. You wanted to go into IT, so you and your brother ended up moving up to London, in a nutshell, really.
Yeah.
And house prices are extremely expensive. Rates are expensive. Water rates are expensive.
Wages are low.
Average wages low. It's a beautiful place, and I miss lots of things about it, and I miss lots of people that are there still. But right, okay, that's my one face. It's a very basic face. I'm gonna rub out most of it and then do a bit of an outline with a watercolour pencil. Please, for God's sake, don't anybody think this is any kind of tutorial. It's just me messing about, all right? Because I've no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I am
here looking for a tutorial. Prepare to be
leave. Go somewhere else.
Where did you go in Cornwall when you were a kid, Zoe?
I thought it was Emily who went. Did both of them been there?
No, it's Emily's dream to live there. So remembers holidays in Cornwall when she was a kid.
If you go on holiday there and you get good weather, you don't need to go abroad. It's the most beautiful place. The colour of the water down St Ives and all along that coast is like nothing. That's why so many artists live there.
Yeah.
Having said that, it also rains a lot. We're now in Norfolk where it's unusually arid and we get a cold easterly wind, but we get a lot of sunshine. It's very different here.
Leslie's leaving the chat on the mobile but watching on the TV so she can do some work. Dawlish.
So you can do some artwork as well. Excellent. Dawlish.
Don't let people in Devon and Cornwall hear me say that, but Devon and Cornwall are basically the same thing. Yeah. It's fine.
They're all the West Country.
Yeah. That'll make both sides very angry.
Well, with my grasp of geography, I thought Dawlish was in Surrey. Excuse me, slap. I'm like Keith Floyd, if anybody remembers him.
Those shows always got more interesting as they went on.
Right, I'm going to take some of this.
As he glugged away.
It was awful. It was awful, really.
So
it was entertaining.
It.
Yeah. It didn't matter. These days, he wouldn't be allowed to do it. And we also used to like the two fat ladies, didn't we? For they were not just for their cooking, but for their entertainment value. If you don't want to cook it with cream, go off and cook something else.
Yeah.
No, there isn't an alternative.
I think it was lard that she said to go away and cook something else.
It was lard.
Yeah.
Oh, mind you, she did die a bit young, that one. She was always
sadly,
smoking
not
as well, wasn't she? Yeah.
But a shame. Certainly.
She was quite a character. She lived a very interesting life, actually, I think. She hadn't always been that. Right, I've taken all that extra graphite off of there, so you can't see a blinking thing now, can you?
Yeah, we can just about see it. St Ives and Penzance are both nice.
Yeah.
Newquay also exists.
Newquay's a place people often go to. Hale, place people often go to with kids when they're young. Where was it where Flambards was? Can't think where that was near.
Yeah, good question. I forget. I'll look it up.
Falmouth, the Helford Passage and all of that, Padstow, all of that. I love all of that part. The Lizard, Helston, that's it. The Lizard Peninsula, it's all very beautiful. But of course, you don't get to see all those things. It's very good for National Trust places too. But again, you need to be able to drive because the public transport system is almost non-existent. Right, I'm going to start.
Falmouth does have a good fish and chip shop. You'll get plenty of arguments about which one is the good one, of course.
Yeah. And where to buy the best pasties from.
Oh, yeah. Best pasties is a very important thing. Obviously, Rose is the correct answer. I mean...
Oggy. Yeah.
There's one thing I do miss about Cornwall is good pasties.
Yeah. Preferably one made by a farmer's wife in Cornwall. That's just like...
Ideally, yeah.
It's not even a distant relation to the Greggs version, you know.
No. If you see a West Cornwall pasty company place in your city... On the station concourse often. Yeah.
They're actually not bad.
Yeah.
I think they compare quite well to a proper Cornish pasty. I think I'm just going to give her a straight across fringe.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll save that for the less realistic one. Yeah, maybe I'll just do a bit of...
Of course, pasties, another thing that Devon and Cornwall will argue about. Should they be top crimped or side crimped? Obviously side crimped.
Obviously side crimped. The story goes that it was so that the miners could hold it with their dirty hands, hold it like that, eat the pasty, and then throw the crimp away. It was just a handle, really. That's how the story
easier done
goes.
with a side crimp. So.
Yeah. With the top crimp, it would all fall off the bottom. It wouldn't work.
Yeah.
So those Devonshires don't know what they're talking about.
No. Of course, the stupid cream tea thing.
Which do you
put
put
the
first?
Jam on first or the cream on first? It actually makes no difference.
No, you put the butter on first, then the jam, then the cream.
The only reason it make a difference is it depends how thick the cream and the jam are.
Yeah.
Because if you're trying to put a really thick thing onto a really thin thing, you'll just spread it all over the place.
And it won't work. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh. Do you know what I want now? I just want to sit and chat and watch someone else doing this now. I really enjoyed watching your live the other day, Zoe.
Yes. Zoe's doing some good lives. I enjoy those. It was... Scarjo last time, wasn't it, I think? Unless she's done another one since.
I've just remembered that, of course, Johnny won't be here tonight because he's working.
Oh, classic.
I think he said,
Johnny.
I think he arranged to go working. He changed his shift so he wouldn't have to watch. Last time he got a special cut, a couple of hours off, didn't he, to join in for the party thing.
Yeah. There's several people in here who don't like cream. Unacceptable.
What's the matter with you? Are you broken? Have you tried Cornish clotted cream? Actually, that's so heavy. If you don't like cream, you wouldn't like that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't just like guzzle cream.
No.
That'd be mental.
You have known to squirt it straight out the tin. You know, the squirty thing.
Yeah, sure. I mostly do that to annoy you.
Yeah. Did I just swap with the camera then? I just nearly knocked myself out on the... Excellent. Right, so she's ready to go. Oh, hang on, I've left the ear off.
Oh dear.
God. Look, I've been doing this for like a quarter of an hour already.
Oh no.
And all I've done is an outline.
Hey,
that's
Paula.
okay. Hello, Paula.
Yeah, I mean...
So Paula's in New Zealand. She gets the prize for being the furthest away so far. I don't think you can get any further away than that, can you? Sorry,
with the
go on.
cream thing, I mean, I'm with you to an extent. I've never liked people who just drink gallons of milk.
Or,
That I
yeah.
don't understand.
Ooh,
Adults
no.
who drink milk creep me out a little. It's like,
No, sweeping generalisation
yeah.
there.
If you can only drink something that you enjoy drinking, if it comes from a specific animal, that's weird.
Trouble is, if I
Just
think
saying.
about it too much, I can't bear the thought of drinking milk because of what it is. But I love cheese and I love butter and I love cream and things as well.
Dairy
So.
products in general are okay, but just drinking bovine secretions.
I've managed to find reasonable vegan alternatives to milk, cream and butter,
Yeah.
but not cheese. They haven't caught up on cheese yet, I'm afraid.
Cheese, they
I
still
might as well
struggle
start
with.
a bit
Yeah.
of painting on this one and then draw that one, mightn't I? That makes sense. I've got 2 lots of water. I've got to try and keep that one for brush washing, this one for clean. Okay.
Yeah. Paula's had a very fancy breakfast in the Fancy Pants Motel.
What time? Oh, I forgot you've only got half an hour or something, haven't you? And you've got to go off and do something. You've been moving your daughter or something, haven't you? Yeah, they've been at a very posh hotel. What time is it there? About 9 o'clock in the morning.
Must be pretty early.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she said she was hoping to be able to just pop in for a bit, but she'll have to go off again, I think. She said the other day.
Time zones are a pain.
Yeah, it is difficult, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, now am I going to go...
9:21 a.m.
What I'm thinking is that I can just put a light wash first of all on here, and the pencil will dissolve with the water, so it will kind of blend in the end. That's my hope.
Yeah. And hopefully not just make everything go muddy.
Yeah. I should have brought a little squirter thing. I can't get it now.
You could go get it now.
No,
I'll entertain people till you get back.
I think it's downstairs. I don't know where. I'd have to look for it. I can't be doing with it now.
Fair enough.
I did discover that you could get quite a... On the back of that one. Quite a lot of different... That was just a really quick go the other day. So you can get quite... Oh, it doesn't look it so much on the camera. That's actually quite green in real life. So that's the Prussian blue. That's with a bit of the yellow ochre in it. That's with a bit of everything to get that sort of shadowy colour.
Hey, Dawn.
Hey,
Hope you feel
Dawn.
better soon.
I was just showing your paints.
Oh, yeah.
So that is Dawn. This is made by Dawn. You're made by Dawn on YouTube, I think, and made by Dawn23 on Instagram. Anyway, I've put links to Dawn in the description box. So Dawn has made... Tell us in the comments, Dawn, what else goes into these paints? Obviously pigment, and I know you said honey, but I've never tried making paints. Right, I'm going to put I think just a wash of clear water on here first, and then add in a very light wash of this. That's what I'm planning. Looks like tea.
Keep it light and do lots of layers, I guess.
That's the thing. That's why I thought do more than one at a time.
Yeah.
Because this can be drying then. Let's make that
Yeah,
really,
you don't want to
really
get the
light.
hairdryer out while you're streaming because that would be loud.
If you can hear a weird noise in the background, I don't know if you can hear it, but through my headphones I can hear it.
Yeah.
The snoring. Can you hear it, Tom?
Oh, well, I won't be able to hear anything, no.
If you can hear
But it looks like
something...
the microphone isn't picking it up.
Oh, that's okay then. Yeah, it sounds vaguely like... At the moment, it sounds vaguely like one of those old-fashioned push-go mowers.
It'll soon move on to a motorbike
Back
and then
and
a
forth,
pneumatic
back
drill.
and forth. Yes, exactly. It moves on during the course of the evening.
Yeah.
God, it's amazing how much pigment that watercolour pencil puts out. I only put just like one quite thin line.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put this
We
all
need
over
some
here and then
shade.
drop that in. Yeah, that's it. It gives you automatic kind of shading.
Ooh, that's a lot of complex sounding things there, Dawn.
Oh my God, yeah. Pigment P43 PP. So, honey, gum arabic, clove oil, ox gall. Oh my, ugh. Do you buy that as a dry powder or something? And glycerin.
Mm. Sounds exciting.
Dawn's been doing a thing on her channel, a month of gouache.
Oh, I still want to
Um,
use mine, don't I?
yes, you've got that lovely set of jelly ones. She's been trying
Mhm.
all different brands. Ones you can buy in Belize and ones she's got in, I think, from elsewhere. And just trying all different ones to see how they perform, really. It's quite
Nice.
interesting. It's difficult when you live somewhere where you can't get everything. We're quite lucky here. We can get most things we want. I can order them on Amazon and get them the next day pretty much, really. There is an art shop in Norwich I go to sometimes when I get a chance, but not often. Right.
Yeah.
Well, where's my manky rag? I got that ready. Where's it gone?
Yeah, you said you were getting everything ready. Did
I
you lie?
did. I did. Where's it gone? Hilarious. Right. I know that looks a bit weird at the moment, but I'm just going to I'm just going to set that aside and leave it to fester.
Yeah.
And
So I guess these paints
well, I'll
aren't
draw the next
vegetarian
one.
then, are they?
Not they got ox gall, no.
Yeah. I guess if they got honey, they're also not vegan.
What is ox gall? Does that come from a gallbladder, do you think?
I assume so, yeah.
Well, it wouldn't be vegan if it was honey either, would it? No.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to leave that for a minute. It looks like hardly anything, but in real life there's a bit more colour. But it's better to just build it up slowly.
Yeah, you don't want to suddenly do something you can't take back.
No. Right.
Dawn, I've been okay, thanks.
Okay. So I'm going to do a less realistic face this time. So that time I did the classic divide it in half. Eyes go on the halfway line. Nose is halfway between eyes and chin. Mouth is halfway between nose and chin. You know, the classic kind of face proportions. This time I'm going to mess with them a bit.
Exciting.
Yes. For a start, if I was thinking about this being a workup for my weird Alice I've got in my mind, she had a little cute little like very triangular face, so I'm going to make it super triangular. I think she's going to look like an alien now. Oh, blinking snoring's going to wind me up. And rather than have the eyes halfway, maybe I'll make them there and she can have a big forehead.
She's got a 6 head.
Yeah.
Just pretend the snoring is like the gentle purring of a cat and it'll be fun.
It isn't though. Oops. Go for the wobble. And normally the eyes that space between the eyes is about the length of one of the eyes ish. This time I'm going to make them much further apart. And I quite like doing that thing where they're going like right off the side like that. I know it looks like an alien at the moment.
Yeah.
But trust me.
Who's to say it's not an alien?
Trust me more than I trust myself.
Yeah.
Maybe she was an alien. I'll tell you what, having a quick look at that story again, because I've got a copy of the book, it's very peculiar. The whole book is just weird, isn't it?
Does sound rather, I don't want to say drug fueled, but
yeah, it's a little bit. Well, I mean, there was definitely a seedy underbelly to Victorian England, you know.
Yeah.
Victorian or Edwardian, maybe, I'm not sure. What was the date? But probably on the turn of the century, weren't they? I don't know. I don't know now, actually. Might be making that up.
Like that. Who knows?
Look it up for me.
Too
No, don't worry.
lazy.
Don't worry. You're too lazy.
Emily believes in aliens.
Do you? Do you have personal reason to believe in aliens? Like a personal sighting or anything?
Or are you just mathematically convinced that they're likely?
I mean, surely probability-wise there has to be more than just us.
Yeah, but also probability-wise, we'll never see them.
That's true, yeah. Yes, it's unlikely to actually ever be like Star Trek, you know.
Yeah.
Shall I have her looking straight up at us? Or off to one side? What do we think?
Have them look in different directions.
Yeah, like Marty Feldman.
Yeah.
One that way. I don't know if I could bring myself to do that. It's not going to do it anyway. I'll leave it like that, though. I quite
Looks
like
nice
them.
and sassy like that. It looks
The thing
done
is,
with your...
when you read the story, the way Alice, through the story, a lot of the time, well, some of the time she's just completely confused. I'd have been terrified as a little girl to find myself stuck in a dream like that.
Yeah.
And but a lot of the time she's just telling them all off for being rude and stuff. She is quite sassy.
She sounds a bit like a... Again, I don't want to say bossy pain in the ass.
But yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
She's the little sister, so I mean, usually that's a big sister's job, and
Well,
I know this because I am a big sister.
Well, you're not big.
I was then.
You were older, but you were never big.
No, actually, I was always the smallest, but I wasn't. Yeah. We were saying earlier on that I think my head and my feet actually matched the size of person I was meant to be, because I got size 5.5 feet, and I've got a big, I mean, heads don't vary a lot between 22 and 24 inches, and I'm on the bigger end of the scale.
Yeah.
But the rest of my body just didn't grow to fit, and I put it down to being living in the inner part of London when we were kids.
Yeah.
Poor nutrition
Certainly
and
has a
pollution.
Yeah.
When I was a kid. Otherwise, I'd have grown to be I should have been about 5'6", and then I wouldn't be so fat either. So none of it's my fault.
Well, several people apparently have seen UFOs in chat.
It would be funny if this just totally turns into an alien, because we're talking about aliens.
I mean, it might as well.
Yeah. It could be.
It's always an interesting thing, because you can argue that mathematically aliens must exist, but you could also argue that no life exists in the universe, including humans, in the same way. Because there's a finite number of planets that can support life, but an infinite number of planets. Therefore, any finite amount in an infinite thing is essentially zero. So there is no life, including humans. If you're just going pure mathematics and looking at it.
You just lost me halfway through that sentence. You might have to explain that tomorrow.
Yeah.
It might be the G&T talking.
Yeah. I'm explaining it badly. But basically, you make maths explain them that they both must be aliens and they can't even be humans. Because maths is weird.
Which is a bit scary.
I'm fairly certain humans exist. I've seen them. I don't like them, but I've seen them.
Like your brother last time he was here had me convinced that what's it called, that theory, that basically this is all, our whole world is a simulation. We're all living in a simulation.
What Zoe's saying as well.
Oh, is it?
Reality isn't real.
Yeah. And he had me so convinced, and then when I came to try and explain what he'd said to John, I think later on, I couldn't explain it. Because, I think she should have a smaller, pointier chin than that, just to make her really alien.
Yeah.
Oh, God, maybe I should have done the sketches first, do you think?
I think this is good. People get to see the
I can put another layer on
process, if there is such a thing.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to kind of, a little bit, think about that whole thing, for this more realistic one at least, that whole thing where if you look at the human face, it's supposed to be like more yellow at the top, more pink in the middle, more blue on the bottom. That doesn't mean like yellow, pink and blue stripes, but just those tones. If you think about it, yeah, that does kind of make sense. So I'm going to maybe do that a little bit, because this is kind of pink. It's got pinkness to it. That's more yellowish and that's bluish. So I'm going to sort of think about
Jackie.
that.
Thanks for stopping by.
Bye, Jackie. Hope you feel better soon. Thanks for popping in.
Trying to get my attention to play games.
Do you know, Dawn, it's so surprising how so many people that I've met doing this and things online, so many of us say people are all right, but, you know, in small doses, or I'm quite happy connecting with people online, but, don't, you know, it's not unusual.
Yeah.
Yeah. Paula, would this mean dust isn't real? Yes, dust isn't real, doesn't exist. It
No,
doesn't
sadly,
matter anyway,
actually,
Paula.
dust is the one universal constant. It's the only thing we know does exist, and it's everywhere.
I think life's too short for housework. Luckily, I've got a husband who's really keen on it, so
Well,
and doesn't have many hobbies. So
he has to be keen on it because he hates chaos, which
yeah,
is apparently what you create.
I do. I'm chaotic.
Yeah.
Right, I'm adding in a little bit more of this kind of yellowiness to the top now to start giving me a bit more depth. It probably looks nothing much on the screen, does it?
It's coming through. It's subtle, but yeah.
It needs to be at this stage, otherwise.
It does, yeah. Pandemic allowed us to retreat, yeah.
Yeah, and then it's really hard to go back, isn't it? You know?
Yeah.
And for me, because I retired, just as the lockdown was starting, I retired and we moved house. So
yeah,
that's quite isolating. But the thing is that I quite enjoyed the isolation.
Yes. I was already isolating anyway.
Yeah, you've been isolating for quite a while, self-isolating.
Yeah.
You inherited that from me.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that yet.
In our defence, though, it's just because people are awful. Present company accepted, of course.
Yeah.
You guys are all great. But that's because you're on the other end of the internet and we don't have to be near you.
I think one of the things about doing this is that automatically you've got something in common with the people you're connecting with because you're all like arty things, you know. So
Yeah. Yeah. As we were saying in Zoe's stream, it's nice that we've got a community of people on YouTube who aren't all terrible. Because there's a lot of horrible comments on YouTube in general.
Yeah.
But you guys seem to have a mostly positive community.
Yeah, touch wood. I've had very, very, very few negative comments.
We've got a sneaky shorts, sneaking into a sneaky
Hey,
live stream.
shorts! No, I know where shorts is.
Yes.
Shorts in Sweden. Shorts is, we know shorts from Twitch.
We do, yes.
Tom isn't really in the room this time, Shorts.
Yep, I am.
We're doing remote wizardry.
Yeah. Ooh.
Well, let's have a bit more pinkish. Let's have a bit more pinkish here.
And Schultz will, of course, know exactly what kind of wizardry we're doing. Because,
yes, of course. I won't need to explain to him.
He essentially helped us set it up. So.
And he can probably tell just by looking anyway.
Yeah.
Right, let's have a bit of the more pinkish in her ears, shall we? These paints are behaving beautifully, Dawn. I don't think she does them at the moment. She doesn't do them commercially or anything. I was just lucky to get some. She sent me some as a present, which is really nice. I don't know if she would ever think about, is she still there? I don't know if she would ever think about doing them commercially. Yeah. But they behave really nicely, just like watercolour paints.
Yeah.
So that's starting to, I don't know how well you can see it. I'm just starting to build up very, very subtle layers at the moment.
Emily, becoming a hermit is definitely a good thing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that just because I'm a hermit. It is objectively better than anything else.
I tell you what, if I didn't have 2 or 3 friends who insist on me going out every so often, I wouldn't go anywhere.
Yeah. Oh, Canadian artisan. Hello there.
Oh, I don't recognise that name. Hello. Phoebe's in Canada as well, so we've got a little Canada contingency there.
Nice. We like Canada.
And again,
just
like,
in general,
sort of continuing on from what we were just saying, this way you get to meet people you would never, ever have the chance to meet, would you, otherwise?
Yeah.
Let's have a bit more pinkish
I
for the
mean, we'd never
lips.
meet Emily if she's become a hermit. Oh, Emily wants to know if you have any art goals for
Oh,
this year, by the way.
oh,
And have you been to many art museums?
no, now that's something I would go out for. It's one of the few kind of days out I would enjoy is that kind of thing.
We did go to there's like a doll's house museum or something we went to relatively recently, didn't we? I think.
I've gone completely blank.
Do you
Did
not
we?
remember? Yeah, somewhere in Norwich there was some kind of, I don't know if it wasn't a museum, it was an exhibition at a place.
Oh yeah, well that was ages ago now.
It was quite a while back,
Yeah.
but that was
We
fun.
we did a few years, but I've been a few times actually to the Royal Exhibition. It's my favourite exhibition, really, the Royal Academy Summer Exhibition, where like anybody can I could be exhibited next to some big artist, and you can all sell your work there, and everybody queues up and you submit your work, and if you're lucky, it gets picked.
Yeah.
I love that exhibition. Really enjoy that. And I love the National Gallery because I like portraits.
Yeah, one of the things I miss about being in London is just easy access to all the museums there.
What is Short saying? What? I'm not allowed to ask. How can you tell completely blank? Yes, ha ha. Very funny, Short.
She didn't have to go far.
You don't have any art museums in Belize, Dawn? Oh.
Oh, that must be
Wow,
frustrating, Emily.
So you've lost your licence. Oh, bummer. Wow, that's, Mind you, I don't drive anyway. Tom don't drive, do you?
No.
Just learn to live without it. I wouldn't want to now anyway. I think years ago I couldn't have afforded it. And now I just don't want to, or it's a bit scary to me.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to make myself... No, I'm not. I'm just going to do a little... I just want to try this beautiful blue.
Yeah, I went from not being able to afford it to living in London where it would be pointless to having nowhere to go.
Yeah. I think part of the reason why I never learned to drive is that I did grow up, at least for part of the time, in London, and you just didn't. My mum didn't, because she'd never had to, because she'd always lived in London. It just wasn't part of our...
I mean, the public transport in London is so good.
Well, having a car is just a liability in London. You just wouldn't want to bother.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to make myself stop now. Look at that beautiful... This Prussian blue is beautiful. They really are lovely, these paints, Dawn.
Yeah, they do seem pretty good.
After looking at your list of chemicals...
Paula's off.
Bye, Paula! Thanks for squeezing us in. Enjoy the rest of your visit.
Yeah.
I think she says art shoes. I think she means art shops. Art shoes, here I come. Enjoy your shopping.
I want to see what art shoes
I don't blame
would be.
you, Dawn.
What is an art shoe? Does it have a graphite heel?
It would be something designed by... Oh, God, I've gone completely blank. Shorts, I can tell the difference.
I can't.
Sandra Rhodes.
Sure.
That would be... She would design an art shoe. But I don't think that's what Paula meant for a minute. Right, okay, let's carry on with this sketching. Good grief, I've been going on for 40 minutes. This is all I've done. Might as well have gin and tonic then.
Yeah. Knock a couple back. Why not?
Look, see, even though I turned it upside down, thought that was symmetrical, she still looks like she's got mumps on one side of her face or something.
If you made it too symmetrical, it would look weird.
Yeah, it wouldn't be real, would it? Yeah, that's true. Right,
Yeah.
okay, I need a nose. I'm going to give her... When I make a nose longer, so normally the nose would be like halfway between the eyes and the chin. I'm going to make the nose longer than that this time. I'm going to make it right down there. Longer but little, and then so the mouth will be right down here. Little solemn little face. She has got such a solemn little face, that Alice Liddell. Well, she had.
Yeah.
She looks very sad. Let's make her look more... Oh. Okay. And I'm going to give her a straight across fringe.
Enjoying this straight across fringes today. Or for any confused Americans, bangs. Because
Bangs. That's a
I
funny
don't know why you
name
guys
for
call it that.
Bangs. Why is it called bangs? It doesn't bang anything, does it?
The
Bang.
best description I've ever heard for why it's called bangs is because bang, while making a line across their forehead.
Bang. Yeah. Yeah, but they call it bangs when they're just like off to one side a bit like that as well.
I don't know.
Side bangs.
We love you, America, but you are weird sometimes. We're weird too, granted.
I've given her a bit of a bowl cut now, I think, this one.
She does have a bit of a bowl cut, yeah.
Let's give her a really long, stupid neck as well, something strange in it. Because actually, that's one of the things I'm sort of thinking of for my Alice collab piece, is to have like a thing where her neck grows really long, where you pull a tab and her head grows out, like in the book. That snoring is driving me crazy. I'm very glad everybody else can't hear it.
You don't need to drive crazy, you could walk. Yeah, Phoebe is a nervous driver.
I would be a hysterical driver.
You'd be a mess. That combined with your sense of direction.
Yeah.
Just
I'm quite good. I can read a map and navigate for someone else driving if I've got a map.
But we have literally gone into a room with one entrance and you couldn't find your way back out before.
Shut up. That's not true. That can't be true. When did that happen? Maybe in a museum.
It was.
Possibly in a museum or something. I might get a bit confused. And I love playing puzzle games. Like just recently, I was playing The Room, which is like my favourite ever puzzle game, in VR on my Quest. And the only thing I can't do in those puzzle games, though, is when you have to find your way back to somewhere. Really confused.
Yeah. It's a shame because there's that game that... Because we played Myst together.
Yeah, that was confusing. That's a good example.
Yeah, and there's this game from the same people called Abduction. And you would enjoy that, but you'd get thoroughly lost.
Yeah.
Oh, she doesn't like horror games at all. She's very easily scared, even by people opening the door.
I do like them.
You like them.
I was watching a horror film last night by myself. I love being scared. It's not like I don't like
you're scared all the time.
But that looks really weird, doesn't it? But that's okay. I think it's meant to be weird. So
I was going to say, yeah,
it's going to be weird, isn't it?
That was the intention when you drew that neck, at the very least.
Yeah.
If you'd drawn that neck and it didn't look weird, I'd be impressed.
Oh, that won't even go in. Got a broken another sharpener for a minute.
Better bloody not. This drawing is a horror film in itself.
It's not going to get any more horrible, and it's not going to be a zombie or anything shorts.
Yeah. I don't like lazy horror games that rely on just jump scares.
No, that just gets...
Of which there are too many. Yeah.
Just gets tedious, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There has to be some kind of psychological...
like a slow build, psychological horror type thing.
And it's weird, I don't often watch kind of crime thrillers, but I do spend a lot of time watching like documentary type things about... Not documentaries, more those... You know, like on YouTube, you get those serial killer things.
Yeah.
But they spend an hour showing you police interviews, and I'm fascinated by tips
on how to get away.
With it, yeah.
Yeah. Five Nights at Freddy's is a terrible series, in my opinion. Obviously, it can't be terrible because a lot of people like it, but
I don't know what that is. I haven't heard of that.
It's just a whole load of jump scares lazily strung together.
Not a fan then.
Could you not tell from my... I mean, sure, they're better than Final Fantasy VII, but then so's everything.
Are you just winding Zoe up again now?
I am, yeah.
It does that to me all the time, Zoe. Apologise for my son.
Phoebe also calls them bangs.
Do you?
Yeah.
Right. I need to speed up on this and get a bit more slapdash, I think. The whole point was supposed to be playing with the paints, but I've not done a lot of playing with the paints yet.
I mean, the stuff you've done with the paints looks good so far.
What is that? Right, okay, it's dry again, so...
It's PP. Hey,
Hey,
PP.
PP! The peeps in Germany. We've got people from all over, haven't we now?
When we say people, we're talking about Private Paula. In our little community, we decided to call him PP because it's hilarious and
Yeah.
it's stuck.
And it's just, I don't know him as anything else. I've only ever heard people call him PP.
And Zoe, I don't know who that usually. No. Don't know why. Ooh.
We imagine only kind of Elvis lookalikes and gamblers being
Sure.
there, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right,
I don't think I'd enjoy Vegas myself.
no.
Looks a little bit too loud and busy for my liking.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd be keen. I do have a bit of an addictive personality as well. I'd probably be better off steering away from gambling.
Don't start what you might not be able to stop.
Just trying to get sort of as purplish as I can with this, but I don't think it's going to work.
Vegas calms Zoe's ADHD, apparently.
You do pictures of Vegas, don't you? Excuse me, sniffing. I'll go to... My leg is still not gone. Yeah, I've seen Zoe do a couple of pictures of Vegas.
Yeah, like PP says, too hot in the middle of the desert.
Yeah. I didn't even do well with our summer this year. Oops, I've just splattered again. I might do some purposeful splattering in a minute.
To hide the accidental.
Yes, exactly.
No, to compliment them, actually.
Would you live there, Zoe? You know, if you had the chance.
You said that I think she would have wanted to move to LA before she met her husband.
Ah.
Yeah.
Because trouble is, once you're married and you've got kids and stuff, you can't. It's not just up to you where you live, is it?
Yeah. Ooh, Canadian Artisan wants to know how you're liking these watercolours.
I'm loving them. I was saying just now they are behaving really beautifully. Really enjoying them. I like the way they behave when they mix together as well. They're quite nicely pigmented, so yeah, I'm really enjoying them. I don't think Dawn does them for sale, does she? But I'd certainly say
she might have answered that question when you said it before, but I missed the answer.
I'm fairly sure she told me before that at the moment she doesn't. But
do they lift well?
I did try that just now, and they did. Next time I come to, I'll mention it next time I'm doing it. They did just now. So say I put a bit of
PP.
Yes. Yes, they do.
Yeah, see, I've not used watercolours before. Only the ink tense things, and they, of course, don't.
They
lift
don't, because they just,
as
soon as the colour is there, it's there, isn't it? As soon as you've activated it, basically. Yeah. But these, if you just get clean water on the brush and go back, and I always tend to do this, which is why I get filthy hands at the end. I just do that, you can kind of lift it off.
Kitchen towel for that part.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to give her a beard now. Come on, you don't need a beard.
Luckily, PP's here to act as comedian all night by the sound of it.
So
don't forget to tip the waitresses. They wear heels and fall easy. Well, she said they wear hells, but you know.
Are you playing a game, Shorts and PP, while you're half watching this?
Well,
I know
it sounds like several people wanted to play a game that involves me having to be there.
Oh, sorry.
I'm hosting the game.
Oh.
So if anyone's annoyed about not being able to play Armour tonight,
it's my fault.
It's this Hobbit's fault.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Sorry, not sorry.
She's not sorry at all.
No, not really.
She doesn't feel able to do a stream on her own yet.
I might, but you can see how this would be difficult.
Keeping up with the chat is difficult when you're doing something,
and I wouldn't want to be rude. So
you
we
want to
did.
see Tom draws?
Tom does some brilliant artwork. He just can't be asked doing it again.
I mean, I don't draw.
I don't. That really isn't showing up very well on the thing, but it's starting to layer up quite nicely now. I seem to have got a smut there that I don't want. I bet now it's dried. I wonder how well. No, it's not going to let me lift it now it's dried. That's actually not the paint though. That's the watercolour pencil.
Yeah.
That's okay. She's got a dirty face now.
Ooh, a helicopter over the Grand Canyon. That must have been amazing.
I would
did
like to
paint a cat. Yeah.
Yes.
And although the painting was very easy, I didn't actually draw it as such.
But you did.
Well, not.
You copied yourself
really.
just the outline of the head, and the rest of it you did.
Well, yeah.
It's being falsely modest. Very annoying.
Yeah. It's not my fault painting's so easy.
The trouble is, he'll do that, and he'll buy himself all the kit and everything. Have a go, show me how easy it is, and then never do it again. Very annoying.
Dear.
Very annoying. He did the same thing with Zentangle.
Oh yeah, that was easy too. That's funny. You're just showing me this new thing. Oh, what you mean like this, bastard?
I'm completely forgetting to leave any white spaces here. So
yeah.
I will probably cheat and go back after and put some white highlights in. I'll probably also finish this off quietly in my own time and post it on Instagram and in the Facebook group, because undoubtedly I'm not fully concentrating, and I probably won't sort of be able to finish fully tonight. But
I mean, oh yeah, PP, did you try and do an at someone and then end it with an emoticon? Because YouTube did that to me several times.
Oh, you get a smiley face.
And just it does. Yeah.
It doesn't seem to want to do it. It's not as good as Twitch chat, is it?
Yeah, Twitch does a much better job of the chat. But that doesn't work if your audience is all on YouTube.
Right. Let's give her a little bit of a different colour in her eyes as well. A bit of shadow. So it's going to take me ages, lots and lots of layers to build up.
Yeah, Canadian
kind of
artisans
the
talking.
3D-ness.
Yeah.
You know.
Canadian artisans talking about hitting the subscribe button and checking out Emily's videos.
Oh yeah,
Any of you see in chat here that you haven't already followed, they're probably all worth looking at. I don't know how many of you actually have channels, but any of you who do, just follow each other if you're not already.
Dawn, Dawn and Emily and Zoe definitely have YouTube channels with arty stuff on. Am I? And a lot of the others have brilliant Instagram pages, but it's not. The trouble is, we've all got different names on Instagram and YouTube, and it gets confusing, doesn't it?
It is
hard
awkward,
to find each other. Also, I've probably linked to it in the description already, but the Arty Farty Annie group on Facebook, a lot of us go on there and share what we've been doing as well, so feel free to do that.
And no, Dawn, we haven't made her a grandmother yet. She's just old enough to be.
Sadly. I've got some step-grandchildren.
Yes.
My husband's got 3 grandchildren, so I borrow them sometimes. They come up and play the 2 younger ones still come and play in my craft room sometimes.
Yeah, some of you will have seen a video with...
1 or 2 with Maisie.
Yeah.
Finley wouldn't do it because I made him put one of Grandad's shirts on back to front so he wouldn't get his white t-shirt covered in paint. And he just didn't think it was... he didn't want to make a fool of himself, basically. 6 years old, for God's sake. He did the most amazing painting there. It's a shame he wouldn't let me record him doing it, because it's hard to believe he'd done it without seeing him do it, you know. I think everybody thought I'd given him more help than I did.
Did he find that painting is very easy?
Yes, he did. He surprised himself. We did like a galaxy painting, so I just sort of sat next to him and put all the paints in front of him and said, try putting a dot there and splodge a bit there. And what colour do you want to put there and stuff, and then got him to paint over it in a darker colour and then rub it back, and he was just his little face. He really surprised himself. It was lovely to see.
It's one of those things that never changes, really, isn't it? Children seem to just enjoy making art if they're given the chance.
Yeah.
Not all children, obviously.
And they worry about it less. Yeah, they just enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know. They're slightly differently this time.
You?
So this is like watered down so much, but I'm still getting plenty of colour in there at the moment.
Yeah, also very well pigmented.
Yeah. I don't know if the one's still there. I wonder if she keeps like recipes. Yeah, when she's got the quantity just as she likes it. I wonder if she must keep a recipe then, so she can measure it out. It must be
Presumably,
quite precise quantities of all those, things like ox gall and stuff. It's all a bit scary, isn't it? In the old days, they used to use egg yolk and stuff, didn't they? Okay, right. She needs to dry. Okay.
I'm being incredibly mature in the chat.
Well, there's a big surprise, not. Right, a bit more blue down there. Of course, it's going green, not blue, but,
Well, yeah. But that's fine. Boutte.
Who's saying that?
Well said, Emily. Well said.
Yeah.
I might have lowered the tone in your chat somewhat.
Oh, dear.
Excellent
Bum, bum.
point,
Oh,
Zoe.
for God's
Excellent point.
sake. Dawn, thank you for a sensible comment. Oh, yeah. I suppose ox gall isn't scary if you're a nurse. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I used to be at work as a healthcare assistant years ago, and I've certainly seen some pretty gruesome things in my
your
time.
Share of secretions.
I've never tried making them into paint, though. Yeah. Oh, do you know what? The other... No, I can't tell that story. It's too gruesome.
Oh, Emily, so immature. How could you? Something that I totally didn't start.
For goodness sake. Bye, Tam. Tomorrow, Tam. Thank you for popping in. She said she's going to be able to come in for the first hour. It won't be the last, I hope.
Let's hope not, yeah. Next time you'll be doing
it on your own. In Poland, you say duper. Duper. See you again soon. She heard videos. Oh, that was the other person.
Oh.
Yeah. What I'm going to do is I will put some links in. Yeah, don't say bum bum. Duper is bum bum, not boy. Tamara's the other one, Ruskia Art, who's well worth checking out her channel. It's so fun, and she's such a lot of fun to watch. What I'm going to do is go back and put links in the description to anybody that I know who's got a YouTube channel. Afterwards, I'll put links in the description.
I love how little.
Baby, don't you join in?
To devolve into just bums.
What happened to the prompt? Eggplants. Form your own nanny medical.
Oh dear.
Yes, because baby's just retired, haven't you?
Oh yeah.
How are you feeling about it now, baby? Are you still... It's just sort of a bit kind of, I don't know what to do with myself initially. I have to say, I never found that right from day one. I've loved every minute of it. It's quite a different thing, you know. You are suddenly spending a lot more time with your partner than you used to. So you do need hobbies outside the house as well. I think, for your own sanity. Luckily for me, John's very tolerant of the fact that I take up half the house for my hobbies, probably.
Yes, you do have quite an extensive spread of crafting stuff.
And it is probably a lot of my time, isn't it? It's,
yeah.
Oh, she's got some kind of a snout instead of a nose now. Just leave that to dry. Leave it alone. Just leave it alone for a minute.
Don't ruin it.
This one's going to have darker eyes, I think.
Thanks for stopping by, Canadian Artisan.
Bye bye, Canadian Artisan. Wish I knew what your name was so I could say bye.
Yes, it doesn't have quite the same ring to it as a name, does it?
Yeah. Lovely to see you.
Yeah. 34 years and 8 months, and you miss it.
Whoa, that's a long time. It's bound to be a period of adjustment, isn't it? You know, after all that time doing the job, and you miss your colleagues and things. You know, you'd be weird if you. Bye, Carol.
Canadian is Carol.
Ah, Carol. Bye, Carol. Let's have a little bit of a pinkness there. Whoops. That's gone into the hair, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to go over the hair dark in a minute.
There's nothing wrong with turning 40 this year, PP.
There's something wrong with having your youngest child turn 40.
Yeah, there is.
That's not a good feeling.
Yeah.
It's really not a good feeling. Shut up.
B50 is still young. 25. Yeah. Emily, get out.
Shut up. The trouble is, though, I actually wouldn't want to go back to being in my teens and 20s. It was difficult times for me one way and another. And, you know, I wouldn't go back there. I think my happiest, easiest time in a way was my 40s and 50s. But of course, by then everything's starting to fall apart already. And now when I really know what I'm doing and what I want to do, half of it I can't do anymore because I'm too old.
Yeah.
So it's frustrating. By the time you know what it's all about, it's, you know, running away from you already. Oh God,
Zoe
what am I
apparently
doing
turning
here?
21 again.
Oh really?
Yeah. It doesn't necessarily gel with the fact that she's actually played Final Fantasy VII when it came out. I think she might be.
Is it a bit of a porky pie going on there?
Yeah. Yeah.
What am I doing? God, it's so embarrassing.
You are making the alien beautiful.
She's not an alien, though. Not really.
Apparently, me and my siblings made your life meaningful. We made it difficult.
Yeah, you certainly made it meaningful.
We made it busy.
I do think, though, I mean, you know, it sounds corny, but, you know, you're probably the most significant achievement of my life. What else have I done?
Sad.
The most useful thing I've given to the world.
I mean, I'm pretty amazing. My brother, I mean,
Well,
he exists.
It'd be all right if I knew where he was.
Yeah. But obviously I'm the best.
Clearly.
Not the best son, just the best person. Yeah. I don't need to tell you guys in chat that I'm the best. You already know this.
You know that thing where painters start to go through an ugly phase and you almost want to put them in the bin and you keep going? That's kind of phase. That kind of phase you don't want to be going through with like other people watching.
But this is a channel full of artists watching.
They've all
had that problem too, and they're probably going to say that this isn't an ugly phase.
So a bit more different colour in there.
At least I assume they're, you know, not going to say, yeah, no, this looks awful right now. What are you doing?
They're nice people. There's
Zoe says you should put it in the bin now.
I'll put it in the bin off when you're not looking.
Also, she didn't say that at all. I'm lying.
I know. Oh, I had something sensible I was just about to say, then you put it right out my head.
I'm helping.
Yeah. I've given her a piggy snout again. Oh, for God's sake. Oh. Just leave it alone.
Yeah, see people saying it's not an ugly face. They're both beautiful. And
it's certainly
Zoe is definitely disagreeing with the put it in the bin
Don't
thing.
worry, Zoe, I know what he's like.
Yeah, she's known me for quite a while now.
His favourite things is to type things into Discord as if I'm saying horrible things to people on Twitch.
Don't know what you mean.
And then I do my nut saying, don't, they'll think I've said that. And like he says, they know it's not me. They know it's not me, but I think this will come out all right in the end. Of course, I am seriously limiting myself to colours here, and I feel like I really want a bit of something pinky in there. But I'm trying to make myself stick to what I said I'd do. Which was, oh look, this is all broken up, this one. Which was to just use these colours and see what I could do with them, so... Oops.
Apparently, someone called Annie Claxton says that she's very small.
Oh, you're just not funny. You're not big and you're not clever. I said at the beginning, didn't I? I'll probably end up only using this one brush, even though I've got a whole wallet of brushes next to me. I'm just too lazy to get another brush out, so I end up just using this all the way through.
Well, at least you're prepared should you really need
Should I suddenly really, really want one? I think I'm going to put some blue on here, and then I'll go over in black in a minute, and this will be like the base for it.
Yeah.
Oh dear. So, is anybody else in the chat going to have a go at the collab with us?
Oh, yeah.
So much scope with Alice in Wonderland. Leslie already has. She was the first person outside the sort of actual collab group to join in, and she put something on the Facebook group.
Although it's not necessarily Alice in Wonderland, just Alice, isn't it?
Actually, it's just, so it just occurred to us the other day.
Do it through the looking grass. Looking grass. Looking grass,
even. Yeah.
Everything looks greener through it, I suppose.
That might explain some of the book, actually.
You could, yeah.
Yeah, Leslie did the Mad Hatter, which is one of the ones that appeals to me to do. Her hair could stay blue because she is a bit weird, isn't she? Yeah, you're right. I might do that. Yeah, I might do that. And then just intensify the blue in places to make it a bit deeper.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying these paints.
They do seem to be working very well.
Yeah, a little goes a long way. I might do a bit of splashing around in a minute as well. I'll tell you what, it's a very, very different thing. Doing this live as opposed to recording it, knowing that you can edit it, or you could, because one of the things that I do, I don't know about anybody else who's on here will probably understand, one of the things I would tend to be doing right now is I'd sit back for a while and just have a look at it and think about it for a bit.
Yeah. Go away and come
and have
back
a cup of coffee, watch a bit, and come. Yeah, and I can't do that right now. But when I do, and I come back to it in the morning, I'll probably look at it and think.
Well, on the other hand, at least you've got like 20 pairs of fresh eyes all judging it at once for you. If that makes you feel
I say
better.
You haven't got any pink, but there, in contrast with that blue and stuff, that looks quite pink there. Well, it does in real life anyway. That's the burnt sienna. Just put a little bit more of that here as well. I don't bother with the palette. I just use this glass mat that I've got there all the time. Oh, snoring is really bad.
Well, at least we can't hear it.
That's true. That's good.
I do have great fun telling you that I can't hear it.
Even when it's
there
like
in person.
Well, when you clearly must be able to. Just winding me up.
Sometimes I actually can't hear it just because you're so tuned into it.
I'm very tuned into it because of I have now got these fancy earphones, but like they've got like a silicone loop, so just a little earbud that sits just inside your ear, but you haven't got to ram it right in, and then a silicone loop that goes over the back. Looks a bit like a hearing aid.
Yeah, it stops them from falling back out.
And they're Bluetooth to the TV, so I can watch. I'm glad you can't hear it, Leslie. It's quite loud from here.
Mm-hmm.
But fortunately,
I'm going to force her to do more lives, Emily.
Oh, good. Oh, that's good. That makes me feel better because it's like it doesn't really matter what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I ain't got to worry about it.
You need to learn to
much.
find the relaxing as well, of course.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone here is going to be saying, well, she promised she'd finish 2 whole paintings perfectly.
I know.
I want a refund.
I know that, and I would never be like that to anybody either, but it's like, you put pressure on yourself, don't you, to try and do something. And of course, the reality is that not every piece of art that you do turns out as you wanted.
No.
And quite a lot of what I do
a good thing.
Does end up in the bin. I do put stuff in the bin quite a lot. Yeah.
And some people find that annoying, but
it's my work. If it's not what I want to look at, I will just put it in the bin. That does.
Knowing when to stop with something is important.
Yeah. Whoever was asking about it lifting, it does lift really well. Look, where I've got a darker bit there, you can see that when I go over with a clean brush with just water. Because I've been impatient and I haven't waited for this to dry. This is bleeding into that, but I'm able to scoop it off again, so that's quite good.
PP, I'll process your refund later. Send me your bank details. I'll get it sorted.
I'll just put a bit more of this on here now, warm that up a bit. I love the look of the Prussian blue against the ochre. I love that combination.
Dawn has 24 different pigments.
Do you? What are the other ones you've got?
Share on Facebook, apparently.
Oh, lovely. I don't know if I mentioned about Dawn's gouache series already. That's quite interesting. Gouache is something I want to get into using again more. I do love it.
It does seem like you get the best of both worlds, so isn't it? Like, kind of like watercolour, but
kind of
like acrylics.
Yeah.
And just...
There are some differences and some similarities to both of them, and you just need to learn it. Years ago, when I was doing graphic design at art school, and we used gouache for that was in our essential kit that we had to buy to start with.
Probably harder to get hold of then than you'd find it now.
Everything was so expensive. You did get a bit, because we were all on grants then. Didn't have to have student loans. You got a grant, and you've got a bit extra grant. I remember it was £145 you got to start to buy your initial kit.
Back
but
in your day,
everything.
in the 1850s, that would have been a lot.
It was actually a hell of a lot of money. Look at this. I end up with it all over my... She just looks sad, doesn't she? Right, I need to set her to one side.
Yeah.
I think I prefer the weird one.
Yeah, stuff's definitely still expensive.
Yeah.
But at least it's easier,
You can get
for
it
the most part,
so
easily. You can order it.
Yeah.
Obviously, it depends from country to country, naturally, but in most places you can, if you're willing to spend the absurd amount of money, get it delivered somehow.
I feel bad really using Amazon as much as I do, but it's just so blinking reliable, especially because I've got Amazon Prime.
It's difficult not to, isn't it?
Yeah, they're so reliable, and if anything does go wrong, they're so easy to get hold of.
Yeah,
that's not always the case with other. I bought this.
You recently,
I bought this aftershave for one of John's Christmas presents from Superdrug, and they were getting it delivered by Every, and you might have heard, and that's a courier service in this country. They were having problems before Christmas. They used to be Hermes. They were crap when they were Hermes, and they're crap now. They, cut a long story short, sent me an email saying my delivery was delayed and they would let me know when it was on the way. And then a month later said it had been delivered the day I bought it, which clearly wasn't true. And I've been trying ever since the 30th. I ordered it first on the 6th of December, 7th of December. finally gave up on the 31st, and I've been contacting Superdrug ever since. A whole chain of ridiculous Facebook messages back and forth talking to their so-called customer service team. I mean, I have finally got my money back. They're going to get such a slating on Twitter and anywhere else I can find. I'm so furious about it. I wish to God I'd not done it, because I should have just bought one that I could have had straight away and taken away that day. If that was Amazon, they would have sorted it for me straight away.
Yeah, I've had ridiculous things from Amazon sometimes. Like, I ordered a chisel and got a set of piercing saw blades.
Yeah.
It's like, well, how does that even happen?
Yeah.
But I told them, and they said, right, we'll send a new thing out. You can keep the blades.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
They're just so quick to and easy to deal with. It's still annoying at the time, but you know.
Yeah. And if that happens, I could make use of the blades eventually. I think they do fit a saw that I have. So, hooray.
So you've got something for nothing as well. For your trouble. I'm finding the snoring really distracting.
Yeah. I'm finding the paintings getting in the way of my listening to that snoring.
Right, let's just warm that up a bit there.
We're all here for an ASMR snoring stream and you're just painting away. Rude.
I could do a snoring stream. I could do a little mini series, couldn't I?
Yeah, I probably won't join you for that.
Showing John snoring in various places.
Yeah.
Oh, to give her eyebrows and everything, I painted them in. What are you doing for time? Not too bad. I can't believe so many people are still here.
Tilting his head back won't work. You just inhale the pillow.
It's my husband, Leslie. I can hear him very clearly from here, but fortunately the microphone is not picking it up. It's only picking up me from here. So what's horrible? Oh, the whole fiasco with... Oh, I hate anything like that. I'm going to end up having to march into the shop and they'll probably say, you need to get hold of our company online. Oh, I've already tried that. And I hate any kind of confrontation like that. But it was 40 quid. I'm not giving them 40 quid.
And every time you contact them again, you get a new support person. Say, oh, so how can I help you today?
Yeah, oh.
Same way that people have been claiming to help the last 20 times.
Yeah, exactly. I think Leslie's right. I think I'm going to leave this hair blue. But I'm going to deepen up the blue in certain places so that it gets stiffy now. I think late at night and early in the morning, if you've got any kind of sniffles, it's worse, isn't it?
Yeah.
I thought you were getting it the other day, but you didn't in the end, did you? John hasn't got it either.
I don't seem to have done so yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's complaining about nothing.
Well, you saw the state I was in the other day. God.
Yeah, it's woman flu.
I had to actually use my asthma inhaler. I haven't had to use for blinking ages the other night.
Oh, that's annoying, Barbara. Yeah. Just...
God, it's so frustrating, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I'm sure they'll find that a certain percentage of people just can't be arsed with the fight, and so they get away with it.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, they're not getting away with it with me. I'm not having it.
Oh, apparently you gave it to Zoe over the internet.
Oh,
Bloody
sorry about that.
Virus.
Right, guess it's all looking a bit... it's a bit how you're doing now, isn't it?
Is it though? Looks good to me.
I'm gonna I don't know if we have to do a background or not.
Oh, quid is just slang for pounds, Dawn.
Oh, sorry, yeah, quid.
Yeah.
40 quid is £40. Yeah.
You can take the girl out of London, but you can't take London out the girl.
Yeah, Pepper Cloud. I'm quite often, like, if something hasn't arrived on Sainsbury's or there's something else we've got to complain about, John will get on the phone because he's more... And he just will persist. In the end, they'll give him what he wants to make him shut up, I think.
Yeah.
And I just kind of hate it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it with Amazon. I mean, they've definitely got a good system in place. They've got, even when other couriers have been struggling and there was the Royal Mail problems and everything, Amazon have got that whole system.
Yeah.
I just wish they would like pay their taxes and stuff. So
yeah, they're not good at paying taxes,
they need to be a
but
bit
they're
more
great at logistics.
ethically sound.
Yeah.
I think they're kind of okay with their staff. I know some of those courier companies are dreadful with their staff. Hermes stroke every being one of them.
Amazon's very much not okay with their staff. But
you see, that makes me feel,
yeah.
Yeah, I think that is DPD. Hermes will do it. Hermes,
I've had more luck with DPD than Hermes.
you get a tracking thing with DPD, which is good.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong hole.
No comment.
I wouldn't have tweeted at that if I had another G&T, would I? Not online, anyway. Yeah. Yeah. And some of these
YouTube viewers have no idea how terrible you are.
I know Hermes. I watched a whole documentary about how Hermes employees are treated. It was quite shocking. It's not surprising that they... Oh,
yeah.
What's happened?
Don't worry about that. I'm just checking to see if that quote thing actually went through that BP did. Because it might have done. Oh, dear. No, it's currently not set up. Well, that's lucky for you.
Did he quote me swearing?
He got you saying, oh, wrong hole. It's not hooked up properly, PP, yeah. I've also just noticed that after all of our careful planning, your face is not on camera while you're drawing.
That's because now I've brought the light down, so I'm having to go to one side. Normally, if I was at my desk, I'd be here, but I brought the light and the camera down so you can sort of half see what I'm doing.
We want to take pictures of your feet. Oh, the package they've just delivered.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Thought you were talking about something very creepy for a second.
They always take pictures of whatever weird socks you've gone to the door in.
Yeah. Thought you'd been getting weird comments on YouTube.
Yes, I thought other live streams I might do a bit of some other kind of crafting, or
yeah,
I might do a bit of stitching, different things each time, you know.
I live relatively close by Dawn, yeah.
Not
20-minute drive, maybe.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's about an hour and a half, 2 hours on the bus, depending on how annoying the buses are being that day.
So it says Emily has an OnlyFans for her feet. Is that why you do the thing where you run to the door every time, Emily's?
Oh, yes. That's just clickbait, isn't it? A lot of people have a real thing about feet, though, don't they?
Yeah, the internet's a strange place.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, no one wants pictures of mine.
No, nobody wants pictures of mine either. There's more than one reason why Tom calls me Hobbit.
Yeah. Don't worry, I was talking about your hairy toes in Zoe's stream.
Shall I tell my hairy toes story?
You definitely should, yeah.
Anybody who's still here now is a friend, okay? So I can tell you this.
Yeah. So, you might not want to hear it, but she'll tell you anyway.
But yeah, go away. We don't want to hear something. So I once went on this one of these study days. I think it was when I was working as a healthcare assistant, and you had to have these study days. And they did that hideous thing where you all sat round in a circle and you have to introduce yourself. And I hate those kind of things.
Yeah.
Icebreakers. They just make it all feel completely frosty to me. I hate them. Anyway.
Yeah.
So what we had to do for this icebreaker was turn to the person to our right or left. No, turn to the, basically go into pairs. Get into pairs. I mean, I hated that. I hated to hear those words when I was at school. I still hate to hear it now. Get into pairs. And you had to pass Maybe you did just pass it to the person on your right. Anyway, you had to write on a piece of paper something that other people don't know about you. And then you had to pass it to the person on your right and they would read it out. So I thought, oh, that would be funny. I'll say, don't know if I said I have hairy toes or I shave my toes, because I thought that was hilarious. And it certainly wasn't something that most people knew about me.
To be fair, you're right. That is hilarious.
So, unfortunately, they started to the left of me and worked round. So I had the whole circle. Quite a lot of time in which to get more, break out in a cold sweat and get more and more. Ugh, what have I done? Because everybody else is saying things like, I play the guitar in my spare time. I used to be a majorette.
I collect stamps.
I collect stamps. I have a guinea pig. And then it got to mine last of all. And this girl to the right of me read out, I shave my toes. And it was like tumbleweed. Nobody cracked a smile. Nothing. If they'd have all laughed at me, it would have made me feel better. But they just like absolute silence. And the teacher kind of went, okay, so moving on.
Moving on.
It was awful, but it's still funny. So, of course, you know, I still got the titters because it's like partly nerves and partly it was funny.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny. Maybe it was. Maybe they didn't think that was weird at all, Pepper Cloud.
I think you're the only person who understood the brief.
Yeah.
I've got a guinea pig. I collect stamps. No
Yeah.
one cares. Get out.
Tell us something exciting.
No one knows because they don't want to. Go away.
You'd think at least the tutor would have kind of made an effort to see my discomfort and say, oh, that's a good one. I've never heard that before. Or something. Oh, dear me. I mean, I don't, you know, I wouldn't care now, but then I was a bit more sensitive.
Yeah. Yeah, now you're basically Catherine Tate's Nan character.
Yeah, I'm practicing to be Catherine Tate's Nan when I grow
All her
up.
liberty.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff happens to Zoe all the time, apparently. And PP.
It's sometimes I think, I don't know if it's everybody else. I think it's everybody else getting it wrong. It's not me.
Yeah, it must be.
Yeah. Okay, I feel like I'm just sitting there drawing by myself now, so...
Yes, Emily, Catherine Tate's Nan is fantastic.
Oh, we
and
love Catherine Tate's Nan.
I get to meet her at least once a week. Yeah. The more chin she has, the more her laugh becomes the same.
Yeah.
Of course, I can't repeat all the things she says that are very Nan-like because...
But we all know.
Yeah.
So anybody who's drawing along or painting along, what have you drawn? Are we going to see it on Instagram or in the Facebook group?
Yeah. I do hope we'll get to see some of these things.
I know Zoe and Emily certainly said they had their sketchbooks out. Phoebe had her journal open. Did it get used, Phoebe?
Or are you all too entertained to do any art?
Has it all been too riveting to tear your eyes away from what I'm doing?
I know I've been too entertained to do anything. Yeah. Zoe's done nothing.
Well, you did say that might be the case. As long as you've relaxed and enjoyed it, that's okay. You don't have to do anything. It's Saturday night.
That Diva still drawing along, definitely in the ugly phase. Okay.
There is an ugly
it's
phase,
temporary,
isn't there?
don't worry. Yes, sorry. Sticking a sticker in your sketchbook definitely counts.
Yes, it does. Yep, definitely. Because I find that quite hard to do.
It's more than I've done.
I'm going to have a problem breaking into that lovely sketchbook we got from Scrawler Box this time, the concertina one.
Yeah. All I've done is I've broken the sides off a wooden spoon and made a spoonchula.
Why have you done that?
Because it was there.
Like a mountain.
Yeah. Embracing the ugly face, good plan. That's what I've been doing my entire life.
You get used to it in the end. Stop it. You get that from me.
Yeah.
Not the ugliness,
the beard.
the hating to look in a mirror. It's the weird thing
yeah, that.
how I can't bear having my photo taken. I don't look in mirrors. The only time I really look in a mirror is if I am putting slap on, which is very unusual. Putting slap on, for anybody who's not in the UK, means putting makeup on. Maybe it means the same over, I don't know.
Emmy's apparently doing erotic SpongeBob drawings.
Oh, I want to see those on Instagram. But other than that, and when I'm like cleaning my teeth and it happens accidentally, I just don't look in a mirror.
Yeah.
And yet, for some reason, I don't mind doing this on YouTube and talking to the camera. I don't know why that is. Why it's so different from... It's not catching you in a still thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Also, sometimes get that thing where if you stare at your own face in the mirror for long enough, it looks really weird. I can frighten myself.
Yeah, we all get that to an extent.
Oh, good.
When we
That's
look
not...
at you. You knew that was coming.
I didn't. I actually thought you were being reassuring.
I've made that joke before. Oh, I'm such a nice person. What I'm trying to do, for people who think I'm being unkind, I'm trying to convince her she doesn't need me here for these streams because I'm incredibly rude.
I think it helps to keep me going.
I'm going to be in trouble. What's she going to do? Bite me ankles? And she beat off. I'll do an uppercut to you.
I'll be. Has everybody seen that little video with that little boy with his dad telling him that Santa's crossed him, put him on the naughty list, he won't be getting any presents, and he gets so irate.
Oh,
but
great.
The funny thing about it really is that what he doesn't question is that Santa is real. He doesn't go, oh, I know he's not real, I'm going to get presents. He's just like...
Yeah, just accepts that he called him while he was at work.
Yeah.
Oh, Dawn's got to go. Her battery's dying.
Bye, Dawn. Thank you for the paints.
Bye, Dawn. Thanks for stopping by. Yes,
thank you for the paints.
Seem pretty good.
I'm really enjoying them. And don't forget to show us all the other colours in the group.
Yeah.
Maybe I ought to learn to make some myself. I'd never bother. I won't. But it's nice to get some that somebody else has made.
It does seem like a lot of time and effort.
Yeah.
You know, grinding the pigments fine enough and then mulling the paint that they do.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, that's almost
thing and yeah.
Yes, I was reading about mulling something the other day. That was in paper making, I think, which is that other thing I've been trying this week. I've got this. Look at this pot on my desk. This is for my next go at paper making. So I've got celery fibres and onion skins and garlic skins and some flowers in the bottom. Oh, God. I'm just collecting rubbish again. And then I'm collecting the toilet roll wrappers and the junk mail again as well. So, oh well.
Oh, I really need to see what it is you've done that's so terrible now, Emily.
I really need to see that. Is it too rude to
put... all sweet and innocent on YouTube. And
they're always the worst.
The gloves are off.
Is it too rude to put on Instagram? I'm trying to imagine an erotic...
Apparently it'll be sketchbook tour safe. Just has to cover a couple of words.
Oh. I was watching your...
Did you write bum bum?
I was watching your latest sketchbook tour. That is such a lovely sketchbook. Amazing. I've never had a sketchbook like that. Mine are... Yeah. And I'm sure she said something in the beginning about it not being like a pretty finished looking one or whatever, but it just looked amazing to me. And she said she didn't use a pencil. She just used one of those big sticks or something, is it called? Couldn't believe it. Yeah.
And now I'm guessing that's an emoji form of fart sniffer. Fantastic.
Well, you can't beat a good Saturday night in, can you? For that, I mean, if you were out, you couldn't do that, could you? Well, you could. And
yeah, Phoebe, I don't think I'd be able to do makeup.
I mean,
Yeah.
I do think we have an advantage as women, although I mean men can now as well, but mostly as
Well,
women.
yeah.
We have an advantage in that if we're having a rough day and we're going out, we can use makeup to make ourselves look better. Men can't
Yeah.
do that so easily.
Yeah. Certain kinds of men can get away with it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because
carry
they've
it
got
off.
that confident attitude, you
Yeah.
know.
But
But
the flip side of it,
if I thought that I could stand having it on my face, I'd have no problem doing so.
yeah.
But
You wouldn't bother though. You'd be the same as me. You couldn't be asked half the
yeah,
time.
I'll just be ugly. It's fine.
I've got used to it over the years. I've got an interesting face.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
We're interesting to draw. That's all.
If I choose a face that I want to do a portrait of, it's never a standard beautiful face. That's quite boring.
Yeah.
No offence to beautiful people. Might need to
Be able
move
to do
away from that
Halloween
again.
costume makeup would be nicer. Of course, you used to be a clown.
Yes, that's a kind of makeup that isn't fun to wear for a long time. I used to have
Yeah.
to wear that for kind of 8 to 10 hours some days if we had 2 bookings. We'd go straight from one into the other. Oh, with a nose stuck on and everything.
And a whole load of horrible screaming children.
And
everywhere.
a wig, yeah. Oh, and some of those kids were
And then you go
horrible.
home to your horrible screaming children.
I used to pick you up from school still dressed as a clown, didn't I?
Yeah.
Your brother did not like that.
I didn't care.
No, you didn't care.
I didn't have any friends to be embarrassed in front of.
Oh, Tom.
It's true,
Yeah.
though. Also, I would, on rare occasion, also be dressed as a clown with you.
Yeah, you came to the hospital with me a few times, didn't you?
Yeah.
Scared the life out of the nurses by throwing yourself on the hard floors to get a laugh out of the kids. It was good
I
though.
was very
It was
bouncy.
fun. Cheered them up.
Yeah.
What did we do? Did we take balloons in or something?
I imagine we probably did, yeah.
Oh, I know what it was. It was usually there's a particular kid and it was their birthday. And I'd said to them, well, just, give me a ring and if we can do it, we'll do it. We'll come in if it's someone's birthday and we'll bring stuff with us, That's what we used to do. And then we would give a balloon to each of the kids on the ward or whatever. It's quite a good thing
Probably
to do.
be an insurance nightmare taking a child dressed as a clown and something like
Yeah,
that.
well, we
these
probably
days.
won't be allowed to do it now.
Yeah. Too many forms to sign.
Yeah. Rightly so, I suppose, but
Good thing you had balloons in the UK. In the US, they'd call in the Air Force to shoot them down. Only if it was a balloon dog, PP. Oh dear.
right. Oh, I'm a bit kind of despondent about this at the moment. I'm flagging.
I think it's looking good.
Do you? This is the stage where if I wasn't like doing it now, I'd be walking away from it and coming back to it tomorrow.
I'm definitely getting Wednesday vibes from the eyes.
Oh right, yeah, maybe.
Hey, it's
It's a
Johnny.
bit darker. Oh, Johnny, I thought you were working. Are you on your break?
Or have you just quit because this is more exciting than work? Screw this, I'm going home.
Nice to see. Did you have a? Has he been to it? As he said. Oh, thank you, Phoebe.
PP's mind
On a
gets weird
break,
when he
on
has
a
several
break.
inputs at once.
Yes, I can't have several things at a time. Can't do
No.
it. I don't even like music going while I'm concentrating on something.
No.
I
It's
said-
funny watching her, her eyes will glaze over.
I certainly don't like my. Yeah, I can't because I have to zone something out because I
Yeah.
can't take it all. I certainly don't like to listen to the music of my husband's nose flute, which is
Yeah.
playing at the moment.
He does only have the one tune that he plays.
Yeah, it's a bit monotonous. He'll probably
It's like
want.
that Cantina band in Star Wars. Just like, stop playing the same thing.
He'll probably watch this back tomorrow. I better not say too much.
Do some Bowie.
I could do some Bowie.
You could do some Bowie.
I've just read about the. Oh, Yep. I can't hardly read these words now. My eyes are getting blurred.
Yeah. Sounds like you need more gin.
Are you having a good shift, Johnny? Have you
Yes,
started?
Johnny, you've missed some very, very mature humour.
Yeah, unfortunately, you missed that. Yeah. Well, I'll leave her to try again and move back to this one.
There were bums and farts, and
Oh, it's just, yes.
Emily's apparently done some very tasteful drawing.
Yeah. Somehow managed to make SpongeBob erotic. Not sure how that works.
I should point out that she didn't actually say she made it erotic.
Oh.
Just that she couldn't share it.
Oh.
We're just assuming it's because it's erotic.
See, to me, that's about as likely as Mr. Blobby being erotic.
Oh, that's a horrible thought.
Yeah.
Blobby, blobby, blobby.
Oh, don't. I hate that. We won't repeat what Bob Mortimer called him, but I'd like to.
I think Johnny's saying that you're always farting.
Yeah, he's always...
We just heard it go again there.
He's always accusing me of farting. It was the chair.
It wasn't the chair, guys. I've been there in that room with her, believe me. I've smelled the evidence. Luckily, that's a gene I didn't inherit. I very rarely fart.
Oh, that snoring is getting worse. He's really getting into the zone now. I can't believe it's not coming
Found
through.
his stride.
It is a relief that it's not coming through. Because that would have been a bit,
Yeah.
don't know what I would have done. I couldn't have done anything about it, really.
Johnny, don't send her a superpower candle. A naked flame would have the house up. Massive explosion.
Let's give her a bit more shadows around the eyes, I think. Give her a bit more. You could.
PP agrees.
You can tell I'm going quiet now.
Yeah.
I'm running out of steam.
It's okay. Chat can carry on talking about bums and farts.
Yes.
You.
I always look forward to reading the chat afterwards.
Yeah. It's funny, it's a lot of the same people, but this didn't happen in Zoe's chat.
Oh, well, it was earlier in the day.
Oh, that's what it was, yeah.
Yeah. This is Saturday night. It's different.
Bung, folio. I need TP for my bunghole. Oh, dear.
I keep going like this on my hands all the time. I get this filthy, like one side of that hand is always filthy when I've been doing this. But it comes off very easy, so it don't matter.
Leslie says, are you trying to make her more zombie-like?
I guess a little bit, yeah. I want her to have a bit shadier eyes, so I suppose maybe.
And with the colours you've got,
it's quite hard
to green in the shading.
Yeah,
so.
it is quite limited. I did that to myself on purpose because I was interested to see what you could do with the colours, but it does mean that I've given her a bit of a blush of Sienna there to warm her up a little bit. Slightly less zombie. Oh.
Zombies are fun.
Honestly, if you could hear what I could hear, it's quite hard to concentrate. Maybe I do need music in the background. Let's give her a bit of a lip.
I think next time you should use your new in-ear headphones.
Yeah, that might be an idea.
We'll be able to set those up well enough, it'd be fine.
I kind of thought these would do it, you know?
Yes, maybe a bit of green in a skin tone.
Yeah, because skins do have skins, you know what I mean?
Yes, there's definitely a lot of fartiness to this artiness.
I can't remember. I think
mean, you've got that sign in the background.
Yes.
Somewhere.
You can. Oh no, you can't see it at the moment.
No, not from here. More undead rather than zombie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit like you watched some of that iZombie thing recently, didn't you?
I watched all of the seasons.
You just binge watched it
in
really
one
quickly.
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not in one night, but
show.
you know, I just watched pretty much nothing else until I'd watched them all. I think it's got to a point where I am going to have to leave that till the morning before I do any more on these.
Johnny's thinking of dyeing his hair blue. Maybe he'll go the whole hog and dye his full body, apparently. You're going to turn into a Smurf, Johnny?
Or you're looking for a part on, what's that Mel Gibson film? Braveheart. You have to get blue nails to match. You can't have the black and green nails if you're going to be dyed blue. I suppose you could.
Could, yeah.
Right, do I want to do more to hair now?
How's your nail experiment going, Johnny?
It's not biting them anymore, are you? So from what I can saw on the last, from what I saw on the last thing, I'll give her a bit of blue eyeshadow just because I can.
Yeah. Just don't wear gloves so you dye your hands blue, says PP. Test run. Surely when you're dyeing your hair a bright colour, there's a risk of dyeing your skin in the surrounding area as well.
You can put like Vaseline around your hairline.
Sounds like a lot of faff.
Yeah, that's what people do though, I think.
Dyeing hair is not something I've ever had to think about.
Yeah.
I could find some scalp dye, but I don't think that's the thing.
You could do your beard, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
I would quite like for my hair to go grey so that I could get it dyed funny colours. I'd like to have like pink and purple hair and stuff. But because it's got some grey in it, but it's still dark enough, I'd have to have it all bleached out before I could do anything like that, and I can't be bothered with bleaching it. That's too much hard work and expense for my liking. So I'll have to wait till it. But when it finally does go, oh look, now I've cocked that up there now.
Everything's ruined, guys. Unsubscribe at once. Never watch the channel again. That'll teach you.
And it'll serve me right because
it still looks fine. What are you complaining about?
I'd left that all nice and white down there for a highlight, and I've just now put grey over it. Yeah,
you can save it.
Yeah.
This is what I really like about the Inktense things, is the white covers all kinds of mistakes.
I'll probably get me one of my Uniball 6 out and put some highlights back in there later, I expect. I'm sort of getting to a point where I think I'm pretty much done now. I'm gonna, at least for now.
Well, that's good, because you're getting to the point where you said you were going to stop the stream originally.
Yeah.
Johnny says he's not bitten his nails, but he's crap at putting the nail varnish on.
You could just...
I did watch you doing your doing the acrylic nails and then the varnish on, and
that was very entertaining.
Yeah.
Oh, we've said about everybody else's YouTube channels. If anybody's watching this who doesn't already know Johnny's channel, do go check it out.
Yeah.
If anybody's on Twitch, check out Private Paula and Shorts as well, because
yes, they haven't streamed in a while, but you could check my channel out as well. I also haven't streamed.
Oh, sorry,
in a while.
Tom. Tom is gone. Good God.
Well,
I'm rubbish at that, aren't I? If you are,
I've never done anything.
If you are on Twitch, I think probably a lot of my viewers probably aren't. I don't know, but I know Zoe and Emily probably are though. But so Tom is TTK on Twitch, and then Shorts is Mr. Shorts, Shorts with a Z, isn't it? And PP is Private Paula.
Yeah, Shorts on Twitch is just Shorts without the Mister.
Right, okay. I think I'm done with them for now. I will work on them.
They're looking pretty good.
I like this one better. I'll work on them a bit more. Yeah. Probably tomorrow, and
give them a thorough dry.
Yeah, and then and I'll post pictures on Instagram and that.
And my name originally was just the 3 letters TTK, but Twitch didn't allow a 3-letter name.
So you had to spell it
make it longer.
Yeah.
Which is annoying, but And TTK doesn't stand for anything. It was just random.
You just randomly type letters
20
on
odd years ago.
And on Twitch, I've become TTK Mum for obvious reasons. Yeah. So that's just
Yeah.
I don't think I've got anything. I think all the stuff I did was so long ago now on Twitch that it's not there anymore to see.
Still a few clips.
I do still get quoted sometimes when I'm watching somebody else gouging out dolls' eyeballs and things like that.
Yeah.
I might do some splats on here tomorrow as well. I think they can still be saved, these. I think I can still make them into something. I
don't think they need saving.
Do you know, they both look a bit like... They're a bit dead, like as if you were having your passport photo taken. That's what they look like. Just a bit lifeless, aren't they?
They are intergalactic passport pictures.
Yeah. Maybe I'll turn it into that. Yeah. 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 What time is it? Oh, it's nearly time anyway. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Anita. That's really kind of you. Oh, yeah. The clips stay in the...
Yes, there's some very embarrassing clips of you on Twitch still. God.
You wouldn't know. You wouldn't
recognise
me.
A lot more sweary than she is on YouTube.
It's my evil twin over on Twitch, I think.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. That's really kind of you. I'm a bit kind of embarrassed about them, to be honest with you, but no, I had a good old play with the paints. These paints were brilliant. It's a shame. I think if Dawn ever does sort of sell them, I'll definitely consider buying them. They're quite good.
They definitely seem good enough quality.
Yeah, I can't imagine me getting around to ever having a go at making any myself.
Yeah, it does seem like, you have to get quite a lot of things and tools and spend a lot of time doing it.
Do you know, that's a good idea, Katie. They could live in my trash book, couldn't they? This one certainly could have a place in my trash book, for sure.
Do they have names? You should let chat name them.
Yeah, if anybody's got any
ideas.
Have you got
any suggestions for the names, chat?
Yeah. I'll put it in the Arty Farty Annie group on Facebook, so you could put name suggestions there as well.
Excellent suggestion, Emily. Yeah.
One could be Arty and one could be Farty.
Wow, Johnny.
Fanny and
making
Bint.
Emily look sensible. Nice.
Bungholio. This one's Bungholio. This one's Fanny.
See, this is why you should always ask chat to name things. Skanky Hua.
Yes. I think I should do like one of those numbers things like they have on for mugshots.
Yeah.
Because that is the expression she's got. Like they're just about to say, and turn to the side. Yeah, they could be a couple of
them. Diver.
And Zoe helpfully fills in muff.
Zoe helpfully fills in muff. Well.
Look, let's end on a delightful note. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming along and making it so much fun, you dirty bunch.
And there you were worrying that you'd be too filthy for them.
I know, I've seen you in your true colours now. Leslie, that is scary. Right, on that note, I'm going to go.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining me. That was really fun. I really appreciate it.
A round of applause.
I think they would.
Like a lot of people
I think they would PP. I think they'd be fine.
Filth.
Thanks, everybody. I'm going to really go now. And huge thanks to Tom for being here.
Well, it wouldn't have been the same without me.
It wouldn't have been the same without you.
You're all incredibly welcome, of course.
And I'll see you all again soon. What I have to do now is work out how to make it stop.
You press the stop button.
I can't see one.
This one here.
Right.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. See you soon.